Welcome back to a new video here at Life with the Bridges. Later on in this week, Teddy is going up to Great Ormond Street Hospital with us to have his bronchioscopy, which hopefully will give some result to find out what is going on with Teddy's chest. And hopefully we can get to the bottom of that with some answers that are going to come from this test. In the meantime, in this video, we're going to give you a little insight into what our life was like before Teddy, what our life was like before Teddy's diagnosis, where we're at with Teddy currently, and also what we want for the future of us as the Bridge family. We've had some questions in the comments just regarding us as a family and whatever, and we thought it'd be pretty cool to give you an insight into a little bit more about us. Yeah, lots coming this week, but for now, me and this little chap, because his CD4 count is higher than 300, we are able to go in supermarkets. Myself and Teddy are going for our very first supermarket experience. This boy is coming up to nearly 2 years old and it's our first supermarket experience. I'm really excited. So you're going to do some shopping. We're going to look at lots of fruit and food. So stick with us this week as we have a lot planned and you're going to find out a lot more information about us as the Bridge family. To the supermarket.
It's Monday morning. We are just about to go into Pembury to get all of Teddy's bloods done. He needs a full blood count for his general anaesthetic on Friday, and they're going to do all his clinic bloods too, so his engraftment bloods. And I've also asked them to take his hydrocortisone levels and do iron studies to see if we can stop the steroids and the iron supplements, but we shall see. Yeah, hopefully it's not too long for him. Hopefully the doctor gets the vein first time and it's not too stressful, so yeah, we shall see. Well, that was an absolute nightmare. Went in, took his bloods, made him scream for about 10 minutes while she tried to get a vein. Failed the first one, got the second one. Anyway, took the bloods, did an MPA, which is the snot sucking of the nose, to check for any viruses and things. And then, just about to leave, oh no, we've missed some bloods. Had to re-access him. Pissed him off again, made him really sad, so yeah, not a happy bunny, but he'll be happy when we get home to Daddy and Willow, so cheers Pembury.
With a quick clean of the trolley, we were off to shop until we drop. Well, Auntie back, let's go shopping. Cool. What do you think, mate?
Ted, what do you think of the shop?
It sounds really weird, but I've waited so many months to be able to just take him into a shop that I haven't been able to because of risk infection. And it just makes life just a little bit harder because you have to go home, make sure someone's looking after him just so you can pop to the shops. But we're in the shops. Look at us in the supermarket. Ta-da! What are these, Teddy? Nanas. You want to hold them? Love it. You want some of these ice creams? Okay, let's go. What do you got?
What?
Chocolate. Oh no.
What are we going to get you now? An eggie. Which eggie would you like?
Obviously got to get him an Easter egg, being our first shopping experience.
Which one do you want?
Eggie.
This is probably your favourite one. Wow, eggie! White chocolate, you lucky boy. Right, let's get out of here and go and pay. What a lovely experience this is. I've never enjoyed shopping so much. Just chatting to him the whole way around. A penguin, yes darling. Chatting to him the whole way around. Love it. Teddy's coming shopping with me every week from now. Do you know what? I'm not even going to lie or beat around the bush. That was so nice. And I think it's because we've been parents to Teddy from home since discharge and we've never been able to take him anywhere. And I just felt so proud because he was just saying hello to everyone, waving to everyone. And I bought him a little chocolate Easter egg and he was like really happy about that. And everyone was cooing over him, and I was just so proud to be able to show him off to the world. And oh no, he's dropped his Easter egg. But I was proud to be able to show him off to the world and just be a dad outside of our home. And it was, it's literally just a shopping trip, but to me it was more than that. And I'm sure all the rest of the shopping trips will now blend into one, but as a first one goes, proud daddy. So as I said in this video, we are going to be giving you a little bit more insight about us. We've had this channel now for about 6-7 months, probably maybe more like 8 months. You've supported us from day one and our channel has just grown and grown and the support has been fantastic ever since we started. And we only think it's right that we kind of tell you a little bit about us and some information which you might find interesting. So you only know us as Scott and Katie, who are parents of Teddy, who have stood by him through his cancer treatment. That's pretty much what you know, but there's obviously a lot more to our lives from birth up until now. And yeah, so we're going to kind of give you a little bit more of an insight about us, how we met, what we were like before Teddy, what we used to be like before Teddy's diagnosis, and so on and so forth. So we're going to take a little trip down memory lane with us as the Bridge family. So first up is, how did myself and Katie meet? So myself and Katie met when we were 15. Our parents are both mutual friends, and we used to have gatherings around at each other's houses. And one day they invited Katie. That was our first meeting. And since then, a couple months later, we started dating at the young age of 15, which only lasted a few months because that's kind of where our lives took us. We were both at separate schools, separate areas, and blah, blah, blah. But that is where we first kindled our love, shall we say. Around about a year later, we saw each other in our local town shopping mall, and which rekindled more conversation, which ended up leading into another long relationship, by which time I had unfortunately decided that I was going to university, and so we were in a relationship for around about just over a year. So I was up at university in Sheffield, and because of the distance and our lives going different ways, on good terms, we ended our relationship again. We then spent around 4 years apart. Katie went traveling to New Zealand and Thailand on her own. I finished off university and went traveling around the world with my brother for 12 months. I went to about 7 or 8 different countries. Our families were very much still connected and very much still friends. And at a mutual birthday, it was actually Kate's sister's 21st birthday, which we both attended. We then got back in contact and started talking again. And to that current day, we have been together ever since. And so every time that we did part, it was purely just down to age or where our lives were going in different paths. We were never left on bad terms, or there was never really a true reason why we were breaking up. It was just part of us growing up and kind of exploring other avenues and realizing that actually life just brought us back together, shall we say. So that has brought us back to this relationship here, which then led to us getting our first flat. We renovated a full flat together. I was working as a manager of a bar and personal training, and Katie was working in the police, and then she had a lateral move into social housing. So that is what she is now. She's a social housing manager, and then eventually got married, and then we bought our house together and renovated that full house, which is where we live now, which is Bridge HQ, as you guys know it. Whilst myself and Katie were living in the flat, we just had a lot of time on our hands. We used to go enjoy meeting up with all our friends, but something that was always a big passion of ours was traveling. And so myself and Katie were lucky enough to work really hard and then spent all of our money on traveling and going on booking holidays and trips and adventures. And yeah, so the next little montage of videos is going to give you a brief understanding of some of the amazing countries that we've been to, and just kind of give you a glimpse of the passion that is travel that we both share. And so hope you guys enjoy. As I said, we have been so lucky to have gone to all of these lovely countries, and by myself and Katie travelling separately certainly gave us both the bug to want to explore the world and what it has to offer, which is why it led us down the path of spending all our spare time going on these adventures and travelling the world until we got married, really. And then we came back from our honeymoon and it kind of slowed down a little bit because we bought the property, and then from then on we decided that we wanted to have a child, and that child is this little man, Teddy Bridge. Our intention and attitude by having a child was that nothing was going to change. We were still going to work really hard, but we were going to basically take him on our travels all around the world and everywhere we wanted to go and bring him with us. And we were doing exactly that. At the age of 6 weeks, we had a huge rush to get his passport done because my brother was getting married in Greece, and everyone was saying it was a big ask to get a newborn baby over on a plane over to this wedding in Greece, but it kind of didn't faze us at all, really. It was something that we had made a pact that it wasn't going to change our life by having a child, it was only going to aid our life. And so yeah, we did it when we went successfully all the way to Greece and went to my brother's wedding, which was absolutely beautiful. Then about 6 weeks later, we went with a couple of friends of ours to Corfu, which was absolutely stunning. And then at the end of Corfu was when Teddy started to have his chest infections and his symptoms of leukemia. That's pretty much where it started. We kind of decided to keep going on these local Airbnbs, so trips away and adventures around the UK, and some of them were slowed down massively by obviously Teddy's constant chest infections and constant antibiotics. So it was something that hugely put brakes on in our life and kind of stopped our travels overseas because we were unsure of what was going on with Teddy. Then obviously when Teddy got diagnosed, the handbrake on our life was fully pulled up and everything stopped. So our life, our jobs, our passion to travel and everything like that ground to a halt. Then we got transferred to Great Ormond Street Hospital. That is us up to speed. So obviously that is a very, very quick and extremely brief pieces of information about how we met, what's brought us up to this current day. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to pause a little update on myself, Katie and our life because we've got a play date to go on, and Maddie is coming round after school and this little boy is super excited. Home we go.
What's that?
Beer.
What does the zebra do?
No. I'm Maggie.
Teddy, tell her to wake up.
Hey! Teddy sleep.
And the night.
Excuse me, are you okay there?
Oh.
This boy is turning into a toddler by the day. You gonna put mummy's shoes on?
Yeah.
Put them on then, darling.
Okay.
Where are we going, Ted? We're going to go and have a look at your potential nursery for September, which is slightly daunting, but tiring work by the looks of it. Yeah, it's something that we need to kind of apply for if we're even considering it. So whether he gets the opportunity to, or if he's at the right stage to do so in September, will be a different thing. But we're going to go and have a look anyway. Here goes the first nursery visit. And this is actually the school that my sister's little kids, Maddie and Ellis, went to. They also have a little nursery there as well. It's just about a 5-minute walk from our house, so it'd be really convenient, but it is daunting nonetheless. Let's go and have a look.
Hello, nursery.
Hello, we've got an appointment to view the nursery.
Okay, I'll let you in.
Thank you.
So we got to the door and there's loads of kids, as you can see in the background, out in the garden and also inside. And we got to the front door and they introduced them to ourselves and I bottled it. I said I'm not taking them in there, so Kate's gone in there on her own to have the meeting because there was must be about 30 kids all in there, and we're kind of only just introducing him to our cousins, or his cousins, sorry, and to take him into a room full of children with germs and bugs isn't right. We're looking for September time and it is now March, you know, so he's still got a good however many 4 or 5 months for his immune system to grow, and I was not willing to put him in that situation. So I'm glad I had the strength to be able to walk away with him and just wait outside, but because he's so heavy I'm actually taking him back to the car now because my arms are hurting. Yeah, hopefully Kate has a good meeting with them and is all positive. I feel like I've done a good thing.
Okay.
Teddy's just woken up from a nap and he's got blood all over his nose. How weird. Well, you got a bleedy nose, mate. Also, his tube is hanging off his face, so I've just had to reinforce that. But he seems okay, but I'm trying to understand what it is. Maybe he's cut his nose, hopefully. We think that tube is running a bit tight on his nose, which is why his nose is bleeding. But I panicked because his tube was off his face. He had blood down here. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? But after cleaning it up, we think it's all right. But myself and Teddy are off to a new farm. It's about 45 minutes away. It's a little bit long. He's a little bit grisly, but we're going to go and attack the day because why not, ladies and gentlemen? Why not? So time to head to this farm. It's called Washbrooks Farm. Where are we? Yeah, let's go. Let's go and see some animals. What's that, Teddy?
Cow.
You gonna say hello?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a plastic cow, but he doesn't know that. Right, let's go and find some real animals, Teds. Oh, Teddy, look, what are these? They're duckies. Good boy. Wow, they're having a little bath. Earlier when he woke up, I sat him on my lap and I said to him, what do you want to do this afternoon? I was like, do you want to go to the park? Do you want to play? Do you want to go to a farm? What do you want to do? Do you want to take Willow out? And he looked me dead in the eyes and was like, farm, animals. And I was like, done, that is what we're doing. So 45-minute drive, we're here at a farm. And we're going to see some animals, aren't we?
Yeah.
Should we go find some more? Yeah. Wow, what else?
Hello.
Are you saying hello? What else is in there?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Kia, kia. Sheet.
Cute.
Bunny.
Do you know what I can see? Daddy can see a sheep. Want to see it?
Yeah.
Let's go find it.
Side.
Oh my good Lord, there's a horse and a donkey standing next to each other. This is going to blow his little mind. There's a sheep.
Yeah.
Are they cool?
Goat.
There is a goat. Ted says baby donkeys and ginormous donkeys. Look at those little baby donkeys. And then there's this big old ass. That's a monster. I'm not sure if that's a horse or a donkey, to be honest. Might be a horse.
Horse.
Amazing, isn't it?
Horsey. Horse.
A horse. Look at him. He's massive, isn't he? It's stinky, aren't they? I think they've done a poo-poo. Oh, let's change their nappies.
Stinky.
Stinky. Stinky?
Stinky.
Definitely think that's a donkey, but that is the biggest donkey I've ever seen in my life. Stinky. He is stinky. Stinky ass. It was hilarious. The minute the sheep did a proper loud, real bleh, he absolutely shit himself. I was like, no, no, no. Because obviously our sheep impression's not quite like the real thing. And that's probably the first time he's actually heard a real father sheep do a big bleat. And yeah, he didn't like it. So we had to exit that piece of the farm pretty quickly. So good to see him smile and laugh, man. Love you, mate. So that is us done here at this little farm, which has been lovely, to be fair. And I'm glad that we came out because it would have been really easy to sit here and do absolutely nothing. Time to head home. We are then going to continue on our story about getting to know myself and Katie a little bit more. You'll be joining us on the part where we give you a little bit more of an insight into what we want of our future and our very, very kind of rough plans for like a year rough plan and like a 5-year rough plan. And yeah, just to kind of enlighten you guys as our community what we are hoping to do and dreaming to do in the future. One,
4,
5,
6,
good boy. 7, good boy. 8,
9,
10.
12, 13.
When has he ever counted over 10? You just got 12 and 13. That was incredible, mate. There you go, you're going to put it in Daddy's pot. 10, and what's after 10? We say 11, 12, 13, 14. Good counting, Teddy. Do you know what? It's absolutely amazing just having him outside. And like, I can feel myself fighting myself back, like him getting dirty and getting wet and getting muddy. And we promised that after these cancer-free results, we'd let the boy live. So muddy hands aren't going to kill him. And I need to get my head around that. Yes, it's a risk of infection and whatever, but his immune system is going to grow by fighting these little infections off, you know? So I've got to let the boy live, right? You've got mucky hands. You feel good. Also, if you scale it back like 2-3 months, he got anything on his hand, it just made him gag. So playing with stones with a bit of mud and water on it is amazing for him being able to handle food, and hopefully that will be the transition for him to be able to start eating a little bit more. Always have this kind of feeling that I need to make the most of every day, so taking him to farms and taking him to parks and taking him to all these amazing places, which is fantastic, but also being in your own home, in your own garden, and just being content with that's also absolutely okay. So as much as Teddy is on this huge learning lesson in life and being exposed to all these new things, so am I. I'm growing every day just as much as he is, and just having the confidence to be able to let him go and let him live and let him fall over, let him get dirty, let him be exposed to different things without me wanting to protect him. Either way, you're doing amazing, mate. Pwah. Stinky. Shake, shake, shake. That brings me nicely on to going back to sharing a little bit more information about myself and Katie and where we want to be in the future. And we've kind of spoke about this so many times. And to be honest with you, a lot of it is pipeline dreaming. We are very much dictated by Teddy. Teddy is going to dictate our path one way or another. And certainly up to 12 months post-transplant, we aren't going anywhere. We need to be close to a hospital for any reasons. You've seen how frequently we've had to go into hospital with him. So to do any big changes or start kind of putting plans in place to get to where we want to be in the future is kind of a little bit premature by doing it now. But it doesn't mean that we can't put plans in place for the long-term future, does it? Can I have a kiss? Love you, mate. So I'm going to give you a really rough understanding of where we want to be. A year post-transplant is a huge milestone. That will be coming in around about July, August time. Will be 12 months post-transplant from his new cells. September is also when we'll be looking at potentially, if we do, putting him into nursery and just giving him a little bit more kind of interaction with other children. Within the next kind of 4 or 5 months, not a lot's going to change. Going forward, having Teddy and his diagnosis in terms of what we've been through, what he's been through, has put a lot in perspective of what we want for him. And yeah, and obviously you saw earlier on in the video that we were very much living a life of traveling and just doing our normal life, which we absolutely loved at the time, but it wasn't going anywhere. We were very much still stuck in this 9 to 5 job. I was running 2 jobs. Kate was working 5 days a week, really hard. And when you look at it from a wide angle lens now, it's not actually what I want for our future. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be in Crowborough. We want to be... You seen the birdie? Where are you? We kind of want a life that's very much slower paced, not dictated by a 9 to 5 or anything like that. A leaf. So yeah, we think we want to explore, and something that I've mentioned in a previous video is we want to potentially sell up here. These are all options. None of this is set in stone. Option number 1 is that we potentially sell our house here and buy something that is going to be a ruin or an old house and in the middle of nowhere. And over time, we just renovate it and we document that on our YouTube channel as part of our life and our future. And that is something that is a dream of ours. That's what we want to do. Option 2 is rent the property out and make the most of his time and our time, and kind of take him on a little sabbatical for maybe 6 to 12 months, and we go traveling. So we take the caravan and go and travel around the UK, so we are close to the hospitals and makes it still realistic. Option number 3 is abroad. This comes in slightly tougher because you've got visas to worry about. We are stepping away from our support network, being our friends and family, but you get a lot more for your money over there and the lifestyle's a lot better. So there are 3 options which I'm going to touch base on in further details a little bit later. But for now, this boy wants to go and play, and he's been very patient. Would you like to go and play? Yeah. So this is a little bit more what we want. We don't necessarily want to put him straight into the classic children's system. So nursery, school, and then he comes out at 18, then goes to university and stuff like that. We're obviously going to give him the option, but also we want to give him more of a rural life. All of these things are potentially dreams. Like, we may fall back into this. It's something that I feel pretty passionate about, you know, like we've got an opportunity now to have this perspective shift of the journey that we've been through with him, and I feel very, very strongly about actually making it happen and allowing it to. But as I said beforehand, we're very much fixed at the minute with Teddy and his kind of road to recovery, and we need to get him to that 12-month post-transplant stage before we start to actually 100% consider our options and what we're going to do, and then we'll put a 6-month, 12-month plan in place and actually make it happen. It's something I want to do. I do not want to just be in the same situation 2, 3, 4 years down the line, having had the opportunity to move on and take that educated gamble. But there's a little bit of an insight in terms of what we are wanting to do. There's 3 options, being sell the property and move in the UK somewhere rural, take a sabbatical and travel with Teddy. Option 3 is sell up, do some research, find some visas and see if we can make the trip abroad. Somewhere in mind that we were looking at is like Portugal. For a fraction of the price in comparison to over here, you can get an old ruin building for like 30, 40, 50 grand and restore that over time and have a huge amount of land, and that is the absolute dream. Obviously, since England left the EU, it makes it really hard because of Brexit to be able to get visas out there long term. So there is means and ways around it, yes, but it's just finding those and making it happen. Maybe a short-term plan is to stay in this property and do some more traveling whilst we solidify Teddy's recovery, and then after that maybe start looking around the UK and see if we can find somewhere that we can find happiness, somewhere a little bit more rural, and see if that ticks the box and see if we're lucky there. But we have options, and that is the beauty of it. As long as Teddy stays well, the future for the Bridge family, who knows where it could go, but either way it's exciting and it's thrilling, and I absolutely can't wait to go and do it. But that gives you an insight into what our future looks like as a Bridge family. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and remember guys, live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. Keep following guys, because this journey's going to be bright. We are not going to be living an average lifestyle. We're going to be rocking round with big bogeys on our face like that.